Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you. Taylor.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the national anthem by Ms. Anna Loftus. Thank you. We are here to celebrate Sit down. The graduation and achievement of a truly special group of young scholars. This is my first recruiting class. These were ninth graders 5 years ago. I remember every one of them. They had that look of awe and determination on their eyes. They have become, they far exceeded my expectation of them. For that, I'm very proud of them. Please, our graduates deserve the next 45 minutes uninterrupted. I'll appreciate if you turn your cell phones off or keep them on silent. I will tell you some success stories about this class as we go throughout the evening. But first, allow me to introduce some of our guests on the stage in no particular order. Dr. Joe Musallam, Executive Director of Student Achievement. Ms. Shannon Peterson, Executive Director of Student Achievement. Dr. Jill Chokol, Executive Director. Dr. Wisdom from Henry Ford Health System. Dr. Glenn Maleyko, Superintendent of Dearborn Public Schools. Dr. Stan Jensen, President of Henry Ford College. Ms. Mariam Bazzi, Vice President of Dearborn Board of Education. Ms. Mary Peshlakov, Trustee of Dearborn Board of Education. And Dr. Michael Meade, Secretary of Dearborn Board of Education. Thank you for being here. And I think I left Mr. Tom Wall, Executive Director of Business Services. Thank you. So let's talk about success. The students you see in front of you have successfully completed, 3,126 college credits. Their average completion per student was 76 college credits, and they did this with an average combined GPA of 3.8. Of course, none of this could have happened without the support and dedication of our partners at Henry Ford College. So please help me express our gratitude to the faculty and staff of Henry Ford College. They have our deepest gratitude. And with that, please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Stan Jensen, President of Henry Ford College.
Thank you so much, Majid. Appreciate it. And your leadership, great leadership as principal here. First of all, congratulations to the graduating class this evening. And again, well done. Great stuff, right? And good job. You may or may not know, I know the graduates probably do know, and many of the community probably do know, but last year we were ranked, the Henry Ford Early College was ranked #1 as far as a public high school or early college in Michigan. And so that's a great accomplishment. Congratulations. Also, certainly the great partnership with Dr. Glenn Maleyko, and I appreciate his leadership tremendously, and certainly our board, our trustee board, and their vision for this, and the partnerships with Henry Ford Health Systems, and certainly now the newest one, but not certainly in the graduating class tonight, is the advanced manufacturing kind of emphasis powered by Ford, and we have another vision for another one that would start and continue to expand this. I want to congratulate our parents. This is the wisest thing you've done this week, right? As far as having the last 5 years of having your students in this kind of program. I figure it has saved you about a Mercedes in cost as far as college education and books and those kind of things. And again, because of the partnership and support from the state of Michigan, and we are, in fact, #1 in dual credit in the state of Michigan as far as the partnership with our high schools here in Dearborn and Henry Ford College. So, and I look for it to continue to grow. But what a wise thing to do, and what a page out of the next chapter as far as higher education in America, to be able to, in 5 years, get your high school diploma and 2 years associate degree, and many of you, many more than those 60-some credits. What a smart thing to do. And congratulations to the parents and all the family members here today, and give them a hand. I would like to just give one other example of things that are happening at Henry Ford and with the partnerships here. And a couple years ago, we started what we call the University Center here on our campus, and there are 3 universities partnering with us over in the 3rd floor of the Welcome Center. And Madonna is one of those, Siena Heights is another one, and Eastern Michigan University. So I mentioned several months ago, I'm looking forward to the first graduate that would take advantage of what those partnerships mean. Many things to it, but one of the major things is the idea is that you go to Henry Ford College for 3 years, 90 hours of credit, and 1 year with those universities right here on this campus. And next month, in fact, a young lady, her name is Asia Carter, has graduated from the early college and also taken her 3rd year here. And next month, will be graduating from Siena Heights University with her bachelor's degree. And she had her associate's degree, had, of course, a high school diploma, early college, associate's degree in respiratory care, and now her bachelor's degree from Siena Heights in respiratory care, all right here on this campus. She is very old, though, 19 years old. Isn't that amazing? Be done with your baccalaureate, and I bet almost all of it paid for, if not all of it. And what a great tribute to her, but also to what I think will become a growing trend. And certainly you're invited to stay for another year. All right, and there will be a sign-up card in the back, and you just sign right up. But I know many of you are going on to other universities, but certainly what a great opportunity here. Just 3 quick things to share with the graduating class tonight. And this is out of some research that I read a number of years ago. And it has to do with building a sense of belonging. It'll be really short, but 3 R's, all right? 1, and you want to have a sense of belonging certainly to this college and to your experience here. But number 1 is relevance. Know why you're doing what you're doing. So there are some things, classes you might wonder, why am I taking this class? But you just have to ask maybe, and then figure that out. But the relevance, knowing why you're doing something, whether it's a class or your entire life, right? Know why and what you're standing for in that life. Relevance, so it means something, has great meaning to you and to your future goals. The second R is respect. Finding somebody that respects you, which you don't control that, but you can control the other part, and that is having mutual respect. So you respecting somebody else. And certainly faculty here I know are terrific, and their contributions, I'm sure you felt that from them, respect for you. And I hope you showed them respect as well. And certainly imagine other leaders here as well. So finding somebody that has respect for you builds that sense of belonging. The last one is building relationships. So it's a friendship. Isn't it great that you can know why you're someplace, have respect of somebody there, and have a friend there as well? Those 3 things, the research shows, builds a lot of sense of belonging. And so those are important things in life as well. Again, my congratulations to the graduating class. You've done a terrific job. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Jensen. As Dr. Jensen mentioned, this is a partnership. Every year, our graduating seniors take a survey. And the survey asks them to talk about their experiences at the early college. And every year, there's a question that asks them, what's your fondest memories of the 5 years at the early college? And every year, most of our students talk about their trips downtown when they visit the hospital at Henry Ford Health System as one of the greatest memories. And for that, please join me in showing our appreciation for our partners downtown, Henry Ford Health Systems. And with Henry Ford Health System, we have Dr. Kimberly Dawn Wisdom. Please help me welcome her.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. And again, congratulations to each and every one of you for having achieved such a great milestone in your life. I also want to congratulate the parents and the other relatives and friends that have supported you throughout your 5-year journey, because without them, we know this wouldn't be possible. So why don't we give both you and your parents and family and friends a round of applause. Also, it's great to see so many young people in the audience that are probably less than 5, less than 10, and hopefully it's great that they're here so that they can witness that one day they will want to walk across the stage and receive their diploma, their degrees, their certificates, because you're setting just a tremendous example already just by being here today. I do want to bring you greetings on behalf of Henry Ford Health System. We're such a proud partner of this endeavor. Our CEO, Nancy Schlichting, as well as our President, Wright Lassiter III. I'd also like to bring a few regrets of people who would have wanted to be here. Bill Schramm, our Senior Vice President of Strategic Business Development, who has just been on the forefront of this effort since its inception. Marva Brooks, the Program Coordinator. Both of them truly wanted to be here today. But I am certainly honored to be here to represent Henry Ford Health System. I remember actually 9 years ago, 10 years ago maybe, when the ribbon cutting occurred at Henry Ford Health System, opening up the actual place where you study at Henry Ford. And the governor was there, and it was such an exciting time. And then to stand before you again 9, 10 years later and see just the success that this whole effort has had is just really heartwarming. What's also very heartwarming is the One Ford Place building where many of you visit weekly. That's the same building that my office is in. And it's so great when I see that yellow school bus pull up in front of our building, and it's so funny when visitors come to visit, they're like, what's a yellow school bus doing in front of your office? And just to see you all come out in your distinctive blue lab coats and always pleasant and always looking eager to learn, it's just such a heartwarming thing for us to see. Also, so much I appreciate the partnership that you've had with Henry Ford Health System, the Generation with Promise program that many of you are involved in. I see a couple people waving. They might have been at the Youth Summit last week. And of course, we talk about the importance of being healthy, because we know when you have your health is indeed your greatest wealth. There are ambassadors and others that have been involved in attending conferences and that sort of thing as part of our collaborative efforts. I'm most excited when student graduates come back and volunteer as Henry Ford volunteers and also as employees. We just embrace you so much because we realize that we want to prepare you for a very strong future, and we'd like to be as much as possible part of that future. So I hope you'll continue to pursue the health professions. And in closing, I want us to say a couple of things. It's so important to believe in yourself. Of course, it's really important when your family and friends support you, but it's so important at those midnight hours when you're by yourself to believe in yourself, because sometimes doubt comes across your mind, but realizing you have what you need to achieve your goals. And strive to achieve those goals, and don't be afraid. We all will have fear at some level, but be courageous, and that means overcoming that fear. And I oftentimes think in closing about a quote from Stephen Covey. He talked about live, love, learn, and leave a legacy. And the live part is about staying healthy as much as you can. Get your rest. I know people undervalue the importance of sleep, but sleep is so important. So live, exercise, stay healthy, stay engaged in terms of your physical health. Love, and we heard Dr. Jensen talk about the importance of relationships. Make sure you have good, wholesome relationships, people that are there and have your best interest at heart around you all the time. Surround yourself with those kind of people as much as possible. Learn. I know you feel like this is the end of one part of your journey, but actually it's commencement. It's the beginning of another very wonderful part of your journey ahead, and you become lifelong learners. So continue to learn. It doesn't stop today. It doesn't stop after you finish your next phase of education. It actually continues on and on. And lastly, think about leaving a legacy. I know you figure you're so young, you're just starting, how can we leave a legacy? But actually the thinking around leaving a legacy actually starts now. So think about that legacy. Again, I want to congratulate each and every one of you. We're so proud of you, so proud of the collaboration that we have, and we look forward. I want to see many of you around the clinic. I want to see you at youth summits. I want to see you in the community. I want to see you continuing to strive to achieve your dreams. And you know, at Henry Ford, we're there for you to help you be most successful. Bless all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Wisdom. Success in college classes and in life does not happen without the dedication and commitment of our teachers. So graduates, guests, parents, please help me give our thanks to the staff and teachers of your school, Henry Ford Early College. And I know Dr. Jensen already did it, Dr. Wisdom already did it, but I have to do it again. It's in my speech. The staff of Henry Ford College, the staff of Henry Ford Early College, and the staff of Henry Ford Health System have made our students' success their priority. They were committed to. But none of it would have been accomplished without the support of our parents. So once again, graduates, guests, please help me show our appreciation to our parents in the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't forget who actually did the real work in the school, these kids. So I'm going to give you a couple examples. Dr. Jensen already alluded to it. Every year, the state of Michigan ranks all high schools in the state based on how students perform in the standardized testing. For the past 3 years, your school, Henry Ford Early College, has been ranked in the 99th percentile, which means our students perform better than 99% of all the high schools in the state. Last year, you can't get 100% because you can't be better than yourself, but this is another story. Last year, I'm giving you successes of this class. Last year, Newsweek magazine ranked your school, Henry Ford Early College, as one of the top high schools in the country with a gold star rating. And just recently, a few weeks back, Bridge magazine, as Dr. Jensen said, ranked Henry Ford Early College as the #1 high school in the state. So, parents, other guests, stage, I think our graduates deserve a standing ovation. Thank you. John Quincy Adams said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Such a leader is Dr. Glenn Maleyko, Superintendent of Dearborn Public Schools. Please, Dr. Maleyko.
So, good evening, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be here to take part in this wonderful celebration of the students and the graduates here. I'd like to thank our Board of Education that's been mentioned, the 3 trustees who are here tonight, for their outstanding support of education in Dearborn, of the college, of the partnership. Also, Mr. Schramm and the Henry Ford Health System as well, all of the people that were mentioned, thank you for that great partnership. And for the commitment really to the early college and to ensuring that it's a quality and a highly successful program, as Mr. Fadlallah has mentioned with the ratings. But really it's about you and what you're going to be doing in the future and beyond the beyond the college years and the high school years. So the collaborations of our three institutions has really built a world-class program that I know will continue to provide students with an exceptional learning experience for years to come. I want to acknowledge Mr. Fadlallah and the dedicated professionals who have taught, guided, and maybe even once in a while gently prodded our students to reach the point that they are at this evening. I know that we're being a little redundant, but I think it's okay because it is Teacher Appreciation Month, and so I think they do need that celebration. Teachers, thank you for everything you give to your profession. We also need to thank the families. Again, redundancy, but I think it's a real positive thing, and really, students, it's all about being together as a family. They too have inspired, motivated, and supported the efforts of the students, not only during the 5 years in this program, but throughout the educational careers. Families, thank you for being role models to these young adults. Tonight, we are here to celebrate our students' success. They have the knowledge and skills needed to continue their education at an institution of higher learning or enter directly into the workforce. What a great thing. What a great option you have. 5 years ago, these students started a journey, and anytime you start something new, there is a risk. But taking a risk often pays off with big rewards. Risk and rewards. It's common in all walks of life. I'm going to use an analogy to hockey because I'm a big hockey advocate and fan, but in hockey, pulling the goalie at the end of the game can be a big risk. But if having the extra skater on the ice allows you to score a goal, then the reward is absolutely worth it. In business, starting your own company is a risk, but delivering a new product or service to the market they can have tremendous rewards is a fantastic reward that you can have. When meeting someone new and asking them for a phone number, okay, I've been married for a long time, going on 20 years this upcoming June 15th, so it was phone numbers back in the day, and I know now it might be Snapchatting or tweeting of the things you may reach out to individuals, but those risks can have a long-lasting relationship and a benefit to you. Mark Zuckerberg, creator of Facebook, said the biggest risk is not taking any risk at all. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. And I believe that your staff and your parents and everyone here today has supported the risks that you have taken. However, when taking a risk hasn't gone the way we planned, we still learned something from that experience. And I'm sure those risks you've learned throughout your educational career here in Dearborn. The key is to make sure that risks that we take are not rash, but rather they are calculated, thought out, and planned. Graduates, whether you are aware of it or not, you understand the concept of risk and reward. Back in 8th grade, you took the risk to be part of a different type of high school experience. For some, graduating in 5 years with a high school diploma and an associate degree, ready to move directly in the workforce is a great reward. For others, the reward is being able to move seamlessly into the next level of your education, far ahead of your peers. Whatever the case may be for you, tonight, right now, at this moment, you are experiencing just one of the many rewards this program has made available to all of you. People who take a risk often do it to challenge themselves, put the bar a little higher, and stand out as leaders. All of you graduating here tonight have done just that. You set a goal, you accomplished it. No one can ever take that away from all of you, and no one can change that. You proved to yourself and to others that you could meet the academic challenges and the rigor of this program presented, and you have become successful. You pushed yourself a little harder to accomplish your goal, and now you are a leader. I'm very proud of all you as leaders. I encourage you to never lose that spirit. Take a risk, challenge yourself, set goals, and accomplish them. I look forward to hearing many more great things about the Henry Ford graduating class of 2016. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
It's time to pass out the diplomas. I think I failed to mention with Ruth Bankhead Director of Human Resources. Ruth, thank you for being here. For that, I missed out. Our student speaker representing the class is Ms. Eman Meade. Eman?
He almost forgot about me, but I'm here. Okay. Teachers, fellow students, family, and friends, welcome. My name is Eman Meade. I will begin with my favorite quote. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Those words by Robert Frost sum up our 5 years here at the Henry Ford Early College. It's not just our high school, but a place that started with strangers and ended a home to endless friendships. Henry Ford Early College will always be a place full of experience and opportunities. We came as freshmen searching for our dreams. I found my dream of becoming a radiographer, all thanks to this school. And Miss Wu. An average high school student has a field trip once in a blue moon, but as early college students, we had field trips once a week to the hospital for both our freshman and sophomore years. The shuttle bus rides to and from the hospital, the time I got to watch my first OR case as a freshman, working on chemistry and physics labs that would help me as I went to college, those experiences made me feel liberated and focused on what I wanted to become. Dinner talk cannot possibly be boring when you've had the experiences of a lifetime, shadowing preceptors from different fields, from radiographers to surgical technologists. As I look back, I never quite thank my teachers and principal for giving us all these opportunities, teaching and equipping us to be ready for our futures. Miss Danny is always ahead of the game. Whoever knows how she keeps up with everything. Miss Mackenzie, she's not just a biology teacher. You would be surprised to know that she taught us everything we need to know about college. I will always wonder why she did not teach the college success course. Mr. Riley's sarcasm taught me to add humor to each day. Miss Stevens' voice will always remind me that singing was probably never in the cards for me. Mr. Rummel, we always wondered if his tests were meant to be impossible, but I mean I passed, so I guess nothing's impossible. Mr. Sy convinced us all he was 68. Look at him. Does he look 68? No. I actually believed him for the longest time. I learned to not believe everything I hear. Mr. Falala was an undercover agent, sneaking up on us, teaching us to be aware of our surroundings at all times. Miss Saad, teaching us that every problem has a solution and that it is always better to be rational. Miss Smythe, teaching us to not give gravity the power to bring us down and that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Miss Vazzy, although she was not here since the beginning, I learned it is never too late to make a friend. I could not have made it through this journey without these dedicated set of teachers, principal, and counselor. You take even just one out, and it messes up the chain of success. Whether you realize it now, or as you reminisce of this very moment, years from now, your parents, sisters, brothers, nieces, and nephews, your family played a big part through these 5 years. So if they are here today, thank them. Let them know that you appreciate everything they do for you. As for these wonderful teachers, they taught us everything we need to know. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you all. I never really understood the meaning of it's the little things that count. Today I look back at the little moments I was blessed to have at Henry Ford Early College, for these little things brought me to my big moments. I still remember my mom waking me up for school and dreading waking up so early, desperately waiting to finish high school. Now, if you ask me to do it all over again, have my mom be my alarm clock, experience different medical fields, get a head start to college, these are the moments that mean everything. These little moments are the little things I took for granted, realizing now how time flies in a blink of an eye. Early college is a school no average high school graduate could ever compare to, and if that does not make you feel special, then it should. It's the place that brought our dreams to life, and we owe it all to this school. Despite having nachos and cheese on the lunch menu every day, there were great memories I will always treasure. Early college will always be home, whether the teachers like it or not, so don't plan on shutting your doors anytime soon. It is a place I will always look back to and be proud to say, I went to Henry Ford Early College, and it was the best 5 years of my life. Now, class of 2016, I want you all to think of your first day of freshman year. Now think of today. We can now confidently say there is light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.
Thank you, Eman. She completed 74 very rigorous college classes, including honor classes, maintaining a GPA of 4.41. She will be attending the University of Michigan Dearborn on a full academic scholarship. The valedictorian of the class of 2016 is Ms. Stephanie Barna. She completed very rigorous 80 college credits with a combined GPA of 4.39. She will also be attending the University of Michigan Dearborn on a full academic scholarship. The salutatorian of the class of 2016 is Ms. Hadiya Khan. Ms. Bazzi, our counselor, will help me call our graduate's name, but first I need to ask Ms. Smykowski to come up here. I think our staff put together a little present for our graduates. So, Ms. Smykowski.
Hi, graduates. We put together a little care package for you. I have to pull it out so I can show you everything in there. So, in this bag, you will find some things that hold the key to what your future brings. It is with great sadness that I watch you depart, because you have a special place, not in my heart, but in all of our hearts. So, in your bag, you're going to find a ruler to remind you that there are always rules to follow. And I think I said that to you 50,000 times. A kiss to remind you that you are loved. A pencil to remind you that there are many things to still learn. A marker to remind you to always leave a good mark. A penny to remind you to always have good sense. And an eraser to remind you that it's okay to make mistakes.
Good evening.
Sabrina Abdullah. Tala Ahmad. Mariam Alawadi. Yunus El-Harathi. Ayat Al-Khalab. Munira Al-Madrahi. Maryam Al-Muziri. Stephanie Barna. Ali Balkasri. Samantha Bauer. Taylor Cockshell. Shafi Dahabra. Eman Eid. Alexis Flowers. Brett Gabin. Hassan Halel. Eugene Ilisi. Dawana Johnson. Khalil Khalil. Hadia Khan. Justin Lawrence. Angela Lazarte. Fatmi Maki. Shantoria Moore. Mariam Manasser. Kyle Price. Anaya Rahman. Joanne Ramal. Musa Swaidan. Hassan Swaidan. Thomas Sportsman. Muhammad Talib. Richard Townsend III. San Wahab. And Sarah Yassin. Congratulations.
Thank you. We are always very grateful for the presence of our Dearborn Board of Education members with us, especially tonight we have 3 of them. We always appreciate their time and commitment to every one of Dearborn students. Please help me welcome Dr. Michael Meade, Secretary of Dearborn Board of Education.
Thank you, everybody. This Eman Eid, that was one of the finest speeches I've ever heard at the commencement by a young lady. You see, composition does count. You really did a good job. Okay. Now, I'm going to make some remarks, but I want you to think about what is common about these remarks. A term was used already early this evening, redundant. Listen to this speech and you will hear that you've heard it already before. But repetition is the mother of learning, right? So let's go at it. So I'm honored to be here this evening representing the trustees who oversee both the Dearborn Public Schools and Henry Ford College. On behalf of the president, Miss Mary Lane, and two other board members here, Miss Petlikoff and Miss Bazzi, and the entire board, there are 7 of them, I want to congratulate the students gathered here this evening who are about to become the 5th graduating class of Henry Ford Early College. Strong partnerships are a key element to the success of any organization. This program demonstrates the truth to that statement, as Henry Ford College, Dearborn Public Schools, and Henry Ford Health Systems have worked together these past 9 years to build a partnership that is truly benefiting our students in the classrooms. I especially want to thank our friends at Henry Ford Health Systems. Have they been thanked before? Okay, so that there wouldn't be a Henry Ford Early College without them. And we appreciate all they have contributed from the very start to make this program a success. We know students look forward to graduation, an event marking the end of a long journey. For the students here tonight, you have waited a bit longer than most students, but as they say, good things come to those who wait. Rather than graduating in 4 years with only a high school diploma, all of you will receive here this evening with a leave here this evening with a high school diploma and an associate degree, a certification, and up to 2 years of transferable college credit. That puts you and an entire year ahead of your peers. You have successfully completed a walk down one path of life and now have knowledge and tools to confidently begin down another path, a path that will lead to new experiences, new challenges to overcome, and new goals to meet. Have you heard that before? Okay. Henry David Thoreau said, "What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals." What have you become by achieving this goal? You have become a person who values education and lifelong learning. Did you hear that earlier today, this evening? You have become a person who understands there will be obstacles in life, but if you ask questions, seek help, and are persistent, you can overcome these obstacles. You have become a person who values friendship and cherishes the support of family. Have you heard that this evening? Local columnist and writer Mitch Albom wrote, "The fact is, there is no foundation, no secure ground upon which people may stand today if it isn't the family. If you don't have the support and love and caring and concern that you get from a family, you don't have much at all. Love your family. Thank your family. They have supported you throughout your life and are here tonight to continue that support, but also to celebrate with you." However, students, remember, it has also been said, families are like fudge, mostly sweet with a few nuts. And if you have what? And you know what? That's okay, because we all need to remember to smile, laugh, and be a little nuts now and then. Congratulations, students. I wish you every success in your life's pursuits.
I appreciate parents staying. After I graduate, our seniors I will exit the stage first, so I appreciate the aisles are clear. Then I will exit the students. Then our parents will go last, journalists in the lobby for pictures. Thank you. Graduates, rise. Hold on. Stay. I said stand. By the power vested in me by the Dearborn Board of Education, I now pronounce you graduates of Henry Ford Early College. Sit down, please. Guests. Students, Sabrine.